We may not be as happy as we should and deserve to be because we believe we don't have enough time. Actually, there is ample time to fit in what we really want to do, even with the busiest schedules. The problem is that we spend our time on activities that don't truly bring us joy. Mindlessly scrolling through social media on our phones is one of those activities that consumes our time. Scrolling dulls our senses. Consider this. How often have you lost track of time while scrolling? The truth is, scrolling distracts us from being in the moment, and that's why we're so drawn to it. It helps us forget about our troubles. Moreover, scrolling triggers the release of feel-good chemicals in our brains. When you combine the apparent happiness, the dulled minds we live with, and the problems we escape by scrolling, it's easy to see why so many people become addicted to their phones. We would prefer to spend our time differently, but because purposeless scrolling has become so ingrained in our daily lives, we often don't know what else we could do instead. Your free time should bring you joy and fulfillment. So, let's refrain from wasting our precious time online with actions that don't serve us as they should. Instead, let's steer clear of purposeless scrolling and engage in activities that truly fulfill us. Read a book. It's a simple yet clever idea. Even if you believe reading isn't your thing, why not give it a chance? There are countless books and genres, and once you discover a truly captivating book or genre, trust me, you won't be able to stop reading and putting your book down. If you're new to reading, look up some book recommendations online, maybe even one specifically tailored for beginners. There are plenty of bloggers and YouTubers who specialize in the reading niche, so I'm sure someone will be able to pique your interest. Another option is to simply visit your local library or bookstore and wander around for a while. You could even chat with the staff there. I'm sure they'd be happy to assist you. Do some chores. Alright, listen to me. I understand what you're thinking. Being on social media seems more interesting than doing chores. Consider it this way. You're watching this video to find alternatives to scrolling because you've recognized that it consumes your time. Time that could have been spent doing something that brings you joy. Instead of mindlessly scrolling, you could have done something for yourself in your own life. I'll be honest, doing chores may not be the most enjoyable activity, but by tackling your procrastinated chores, you're doing something for yourself and, on top of that, using your time efficiently. By doing chores, you are taking care of yourself because you deserve to live in a clean space. Additionally, after cleaning, you'll feel more efficient and productive. I bet you've never felt that way after spending hours on your phone. Do some creative task. When I mention creative tasks, I'm referring to activities such as drawing, writing, crafting, sewing, and so on. Engage in an activity where you can express yourself and your emotions. The wonderful thing about any creative pursuit is that nobody judges you. Being creative means being in tune with your emotions. So, the next time you find yourself purposelessly scrolling, grab some paper or whatever you need for your creative task and start being creative. It doesn't have to be perfect. The only thing that matters is how you feel while doing it. If your drawings don't resemble masterpieces, but you feel good when you're drawing, that's more than enough. That's all that matters. What I appreciate about creative tasks is that there is no wrong or right. Go on a walk. Taking a walk will leave you feeling refreshed and revitalized. Spending time in nature and breathing fresh air is also crucial for your soul, mind, and body. Taking a walk can also help if you've already spent a considerable amount of time on your phone and feel tired and disappointed in yourself for wasting the whole day. You don't have to wait until tomorrow to start creating your dream reality. Start now. Even if, for instance, you've wasted the entire day mindlessly scrolling. In moments like that, you can go outside for a walk. Furthermore, going for a walk will help you remain active, which is also essential for your well-being. Journal. With journaling, you can do practically anything, as it's not really limited to one specific thing, at least not in my opinion. You can write about your day as you would in a diary, or you can use prompts to process your emotions and reconnect with yourself. Whatever you decide to do, it can be enjoyable. You are not limited to using just words in your journal. You can draw, use pictures, or whatever else comes to your mind. Since there are different types of journals and approaches to journaling, you have a lot of freedom in how you execute it. Listen to a podcast. Listening to a podcast is not only enjoyable but can also be educational. You can find podcasts on streaming platforms like Spotify or Apple Music, and they are often posted on YouTube as well. Just be careful not to end up watching YouTube videos or shorts if you decide to check out any podcasts there. If you are easily tempted or distracted, I recommend listening to podcasts on Spotify, etc. That way, you can also turn your phone off and do something else. You can easily engage in some of the ideas given here while listening to a podcast.